Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your daily dose. It's arms race again. Right, a lot of players are saying, "Wow, development team, you keep giving us all these events to spend money on. Whinge, whinge, whinge." But I think if you really look at it, it's free stuff. It's pretty much just free stuff for 5k gold. Is it what you want? I don't even know what you want anymore. I feel like everyone just wants the Generation 5 heroes. It's like, come on, like just build the Generation 4s. You don't really have a chance building the Generation 5s yet. It's like, don't worry about it. Take what you can get. And of course, for those that are low spenders, well, I mean, Arms Race is a great way for you to get ahead, pretty much. And honestly, I don't really spend any money on Arms Race, to be completely. It's just, it doesn't really, I don't need to. It's just, it's not one of those events that you wow for anymore. It's just the thing where you might chuck $5, $10 throughout the event, get on the leaderboard, get in the top five, and just call it a day. If people want to take the top three, it's up to them. It's just a great opportunity to develop your wings, to get some tactics, and pretty much just build your generation heroes. Whatever gen you're on, just build it. Basically, that's what most players do. As you can see, though, they do seem to be getting the enemies are getting a lot harder. And we are dying a little bit. We're dying a lot more than I thought we would be dying. But I want to get to that. Let's see if we can luck out. We might be able to get that little circle of glorious goodies. And if you don't know, basically, this unlocks the circle, I believe, unlocks when you get to stage 2. So you do need to be like doing this every single day. You don't necessarily have to be like a ultra high power to get to stage 2. If you yeah, I feel like it. Oh, actually got a star stone. Very cool, very cool. We'll take that. The thing is, you do need a lot of these stupid star stones. So unless you like, unless you consistently try to do it, we didn't high roll. I mean, let's be fair. I just picked the wrong answers anyway. Unless you like consistently high roll and stuff like that, like it is what it is, right? You eventually will be able to unlock some of this stuff. I know that most players have probably finished off Family Together, so that is fantastic. If you do have any of those, I guess, tokens left over, you can exchange the words here. Make sure you check in your bag though before you go ahead and do that. The only reason being is if you had any of those selection chests, you could potentially make a couple more of those word sets, but congratulations on Star, Triad, and Open Boa. Obviously, you guys in the Legion are the top three. Basically, I don't think a lot of players are whaling anymore in this event. Like, I just don't see that a lot of players are going to do that. It is what it is. It's a great event, though. I do enjoy this event in terms of just its ability to pretty much just push you over the edge. And I honestly, if look, just grab the things that work for you. I mean, you get some opportunities to finish off your basically you can finish off your mythic beasts just by doing these events. Even though it hasn't even come out yet, you can pretty much just be able to finish off your mythic beast just by because you should have bought the 45 shards anyway. And I believe this is the second time the beasts have appeared in this event. Not to mention they're in the Star Wish event as well. So I know a lot of free to players complain, but really, you just playing it every month, you will be able to get everything that you can use. Like it's not. I'm not trying to talk it up. I'm not going to say it's not a pay to win. There's definitely those aspects. Come on, like let's be honest. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you can actually make some advancements. So before I forget, I do want to sell these words. Do I have any other ones to go? No. What about here? I do. I have 6 of you. Done. Grab those basic packs. If you don't want to use any of the other ones, just save them up until next time. It really doesn't make any difference. Kind of like Arms Race. Save them up, do what you do. I feel like 99.999% of the players know how to do Arms Race. But a quick refresh is be in a Legion, contribute every single time. Do your missions. Don't save the drums, the horns, or the gold flags. Basically, you can't. You need to spend them. You can save all the currencies up the top, though, the gold, silver, and bronze merit badges. You can keep those ones in your bag for however long you please. But basically, every single time, always come in here, always buy the 50 gold flags, 5k gold, free free stuff. It's just free stuff, ladies and gentlemen, just free stuff. Like, you could finish off. I mean, if you planned it out, you could probably finish off your mythic Phoenix Sword as well. Certainly, you should be able to get a couple of shards that you can use. There is the Generation Force here, so between this and the Family First event or the Feast event, that's 50 Generation 4 shards. For 10k gold, you have 50 Generation 4 shards. That's half a Gen 4. And if you bought the 45 shards prior to this, I mean, it's like impossible for you not to have a Gen 4 hero. I'm just saying, it is kind of impossible for a lot of players not to have a Gen 4. I mean, if you've been sleeping on the events and not watching the videos, then you probably need to do that. Would I recommend spending the gold merit on any of the other things? Not really. These are interesting. These combat charms are pretty decent, but the reality is they're not going to break the game. They're still, you're really only going to be picking these things if you have decided to build the indexes. It is a very expensive task. I probably would just say, don't worry about them for a little while. The Generation 5 charms, though, they might be in the index, which we can talk about in a second. Where are they? Where are they? Let me have a look at the quality. Mythic. Are you up yet? Cleansing Winds, Horse Judgment. Yes, there we are. So that's the Gonsan, and this is, of course, Meng. This one could be interesting. I was looking at this before. Let's have a look to see what it does. 4 random enemies, removes a debuffs, attack reduction, increased damage reduction, invasion of all enemies. It looks pretty badass, but the reality is, what is the statistics that you are going to get? Look, the attack reduction is nice. You inflict burn, pretty stock standard. You can, of course, inflict frozen. That isn't a bad thing. I do think that the removal of debuffs from target is not a terrible thing either. But the reality is, increasing allies' evasion and damage reduction by 15% for 2 rounds, with a 50% chance to remove a debuff from front row. That's pretty much why you get it. Everything else is nice. You do dot damage. You have a chance to freeze. You're not really getting these combo charms for damage. Like, let's be honest, a lot of these combo charms probably don't do that great deal of damage. This one clears buffs. So this kind of acts like volley. So let's have a look to see. It does hit everyone. Interesting. So it does a rage reduction. It has a stun chance, and it looks like extra hit. Accuracy, increasing accuracy. This would be the one that I would build. I mean, if I was just going to do the indexes alone, I feel like I would just do this one for, jeez. I'm going to build Gonsan. I think I'm going to use you. I think I'm going to use this charm. From my impressions, look, the Gen 5 charms are nice, but the reality is you're only doing it for the statistic buff. This one seems to be pretty good with the, the rage reduction seems pretty good. Removing of the buffs from the target, that's legitimate, but it's only one buff. Let's be honest, that's not going to break the game. The accuracy increase and the damage bonus is where this is at, but the rage reduction is nice too. Just remember though, we are moving into the era of hatred skills and double hatred skills, so rage is kind of a thing of the past. I mean, it's negligible at best. I kind of want to see what this one does at 5-star. 30% chance to trigger each. Casting the skill one time can trigger Demonic Spear up to 3 times. I think that means you just keep hitting. Demonic Spear or Draconic Spear probably means you can keep hitting. It is all... okay. It deals magic damage. Alright, so it's just like AoE. That's alright. 50% chance to inflict stun. Not bad. Let's be honest, stun's nice. 75% chance to remove 2 buffs from target. A little bit better. Obviously, rage reduction is still there. It's 100% chance to remove 2 rage. And accuracy and damage bonus by 30%. That's legitimate, okay? That's legit. I won't take that away from this charm. I think that's probably something that I would be thinking about saving towards if you are going to be a light spender or if you are going to be building your indexes. Recharge wise, the $1.50 or the $1.59 pack for us Australians is the best value in the game. Like if you want to be a light spender, that's pretty much the mandatory one you have to get on the leaderboard. But yeah, it's pretty stock standard. Honestly, is there anything really of any worthy note to mention? They haven't released any of the newer generation twos. That will be interesting. I don't see them doing that for a little while though, unfortunately. Normal ones, pretty stock standard. There isn't a multi-selection chest, which is kind of odd. I mean, I would have thought they would have updated them by now, but they haven't. Pretty much mandatory. Get your accessory stones, your training pills. You need them. You just need them. Like you just need so many of the accessory stones and training pills. It's not funny. Otherwise, I would probably recommend going with your advanced crystals and getting everything up to dragon, and then you can work towards eagle if you are late game. But besides that, pretty stock standard. Pretty stock standard. Make sure that if you are going to compete, that you do so in the next day in 15 hours. You need to get 500 troops to appear on the leaderboard. Crossover is 2,000 points, which means basically you need to spend about $100, $200, depending on where you are in the world. And if you do decide to do that, well, I mean, let's be honest, for 20 bucks, if you can spare $20, basically you're gonna get a shot at getting 450 gold merits. Even if you get into the top 5, you're still gonna get 300 gold merits. If you spend a little bit though, you are probably gonna have a chance at getting some of the nether feathers. The reason that this event is so cool is because you do get a chance to do your divine wings. I would recommend stopping at around G7 and then starting to work on your heroes. G7, G8 on your wings gets very expensive. They are definitely worthwhile investing in. Just be mindful that you're probably going to sit back and go, but PB, I could get like 220 shards of a Gen 4. I'll be like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I'm not going to lie. It's not a bad idea, but I do think you should get to about G6 before you start thinking about it. G7 as well, mainly because it's the all damage increase and damage reduction that you're after. If you go into a PvP situation around the same power level, your wings are going to be a deciding factor. Your wings and your index scores are actually going to be pretty big if you are going to win or not. Which is, it's nothing to sneeze about. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. In terms of this value package, this is the best value package in the game. Currently, for $7.99, you will be able to get the Generation 5 shards. You will be able to get the halberd as well. So PB will probably spend a little bit of money on this. Not necessarily the arms race. I'm more interested in finishing off the halberd and getting Gone Sun. Basically, it's going to be $50 to get either or. That's the reality for us Australians. It's $50. But you can pretty much get a guaranteed Gone Sun. Or you can get a guaranteed halberd. I don't think I can be able to get both. I think, it'd be close. I'd have to do the maths. It might be like $70 for me to get both of them, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you do. If you do the maths, it's worth it. That's I'm just gonna say. The Luck of the Sky is probably one of the better value packages out there. For those that are curious, this is a great value package too. God's blessing always is. But I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that I can level up? Anything else that I can level up? My observation is, and this is something for everyone to learn from, level up your things in order. Don't skip ahead because it looks pretty. Trust me. Trust me, you don't want to do that. And the reason being is because you're gonna just basically, I could have finished off some of these things. I'm just going to say that. I feel like there were so many of these nodes that I could finish off. And the reason that you do need to push this every single day is to get these promotion stones. And the only way to advance these to epic is to do the ones before it. Is it worthwhile? Yes, it's percent based. It all adds up. Just don't stress about it. Just do it. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comment section down below. Make sure you join our Discord and link in the description field below. If you see me on Facebook, add me as a friend. Don't be afraid to say hello there either. And of course, I'll catch you all in the next one.